Well, the sun is out this morning, so I'm doing a June 2024 garden update. Sorry I haven't done one sooner, but we have had so much rain. It's been crazy. Also, let me know if you notice anything different about this video. Just anything different. And the first place I'm gonna go is over by the papaya because I think I saw something that I've never seen before. So let's go do garden rounds. All right, over here by the papaya, when I was tending to the cat who is totally infatuated with me, I thought I saw something that I had not seen before. Oh my goodness. Wow, it is so muddy out here. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh wow, wait, I have to smell this. That's so funny. I thought that this was a jasmine bush that was just gonna have very small little flowers. But I think this is a gardenia. I mean, it smells like a gardenia. It looks like a gardenia. It's got to be a gardenia, right? Wow. Oh my gosh. I have to smell it again. Hold on. Oh my goodness. So, and the plant right behind it is that one that has the pink, incredible blossoms. Obviously not in bloom now. But, oh yeah, and there's Mr. Catfatuation. He's my little stalker. This is the plant that I pruned ruthlessly, and it's definitely starting to come back. I'm gonna have to spray it with some neem oil because clearly something is enjoying it for breakfast or lunch or dinner. All right, we'll go around the back. But wow, things are, the papaya, there's one papaya that has a couple of fruit coming through. Yeah, it's not about you. No, this is about the garden. This is the one that I cut the head off thinking that it was gonna turn female because I'd read that online somewhere. This one is starting to bear fruit. So that's kind of cool. And my new gardener got rid of like 2 trees that weren't producing. We might get rid of a couple more. The new gardener is amazing. He gets so much done. Oh, I have some leaf cutters I need to address. I see them on the soil. So I think he's doing an amazing job with the garden. He's younger, he doesn't have any injuries, so he works faster, and he really knows plants. The, oh gosh, the name, totally forgetting it. That one with the blooms white and it turns pink, Confederate Rose. This happened, I think, last year around the same time, where it just starts getting a little sickly looking. So last year I just pruned it back pretty severely, and I think I'm gonna do the same thing this year. I waited until like the top blooms had finished before pruning it, and I think I'll do that again. The Dumbea is just exploding, and the Lantana is also growing like crazy, and the Bougainvillea. Ooh, there's a little cricket see if I can, or grasshopper. So originally, my thought was that this was going to be an area to walk through, that this was going to be a space between the Lantana and the Dombea. But clearly, nature had other plans and has just grown and merged the area. Also here, I thought I'd have more space. I think when I planted things, I didn't consider how crazy things grow here. When I think back to when I planted the ginger, I had no idea it was going to get this tall, even though I've seen tall ginger. There's still one little hibiscus plant that I'm hoping is going to pull through right there. It's greening up. I'll probably maybe cut back some of the ginger that's stealing some sunshine. In the rainy season, the sunshine is at a premium because it's not common. And this rainy season, I think we've just gotten an incredible amount more rain than last year. All right, my little plants that I planted to hide the compost bins, I think they're gonna do okay. Might want to give them a little bit of fertilizer. And oh my goodness, I can't believe how many struggles I've had with the compost. So my gardener had put in some green, this was like last month, and it started heating up. You know, the little measurement was like in the active area. And I thought, great, I'm doing it right. And then I mixed it up, and I ruined it. I ruined the heat process. So now there's new green waste in there, and I am not touching it. I'm letting it just heat up, and it's gonna do what it does. And that is gonna be how it is. I'm sure it's gonna be nutritious for the soil, although some people say that the whole point of compost is getting it, you know, to heat up to a certain level, and then you have to let it cool down. And that's the beneficial stuff. But I don't know. I kind of think that anything that's decaying is going to be good for it, right? I don't know. Really pretty. Look at that vibrant red. Gorgeous. I pruned back these hibiscus. I'm getting a little more bold with my pruning because I figure it's not going to kill it, right? It's not going to kill the plant. It's just going to force the growth in different directions. Avocado still doing well. That's nice to see. I want to get this one in the ground pretty soon. I just wasn't sure if I was killing this plant, but clearly I'm not. It is a type of orchid, and I think I'm going to plant it right there next to the bastard vervain. I just love saying that name. This was another surprise. And I planted too close these things, not realizing that everything was gonna grow at warp speed. This plant flowered. It's got a really nice, soft fragrance. This was a plant that I wasn't sure was finding its way in the world. And clearly it has found its way. go over to this area. The fig, new growth. Now it's slow growing, but at least it's growing. When it was in the other spot, it wasn't doing well at all. This is some of that shell ginger, the white shell ginger. It looks like one of them's gonna survive. Who knows about the other one? But they were just spreading so much that I wanted to take some roots and just replant them somewhere else. The hammock, I guess I can't call it a patio anymore because it's just with the sod, but the hammock area. My lovely soft white plant. Look at all these butterflies. Amazing. I love the zinnias. So I just am planting as many zinnias as I can. Ooh, this one's really pretty. It's just so incredibly magical out here. It really is. You know, when I come out and have my tea in the morning, there's always something new. I put a couple of chairs out there. I think that's a nice spot for them. I'll show you the point of view from there. This is that white shell ginger that I took a couple of roots and replanted it elsewhere. But it's really creating a nice little privacy area for that hammock. And then once the vines grow up on the top part, it's just going to be really pretty. Nice little spot for eventually relaxing after a jacuzzi. Lemon, but it looks like a lime. I pruned back some of the new growth that had been coming because they were just in clusters of like 4 or 5 little sprouts. And I've been pruning them back. So now they actually are starting to look like more of a tree, right? Where you have just 2 branching off. Still just 1 lemon that the guy who sold me the tree keeps telling me is going to turn yellow. But I'm not so sure. Oh, maybe it is turning a little, I don't know. It's hard to know. So the chairs are wet. I'm not going to sit in them, but this is like the view from the chairs. This is definitely growing vigorously. In the dry season, this was much less filled in. That's the guava tree, getting pretty tall. The one papaya that I had on the papaya tree that was behind the hammock, it fell off. So I'm not sure how these are gonna produce fruit. Ooh, something new blossomed. These smell amazing. This is a type of ginger. And they just smell incredible. They kind of smell a little bit like honeysuckle. This is the area that's going to be the outdoor shower. That tree is definitely filling in and growing tall. Let's see how the green jade vine is doing. Something's having little nibbles, but it is definitely growing because there's new growth. Those peace lilies that I planted, that one's obviously happy because it's flowering. I really like this little area with the bromeliads. So I'll just start collecting some more. Let's go through here. This was another area that I thought I would just have space to go through. It's very busy butterflies. I think there's a butterfly that wants to get in on the action, but the other two are clearly occupado. I have to clean off the bird platform. There's a bunch of rotting fruit up there. And this was very curious. That is typically a banana flower, but I thought it was one of the plants that I got at Carla's sale up in Volcan. So I'm not really sure what that is. Go over this way. It's really squishy. This area has been catching a lot of water, and then it drains out. So this time of year, you just have to make sure that drains are clean. I planted some marigolds, and it looks like, or not, are they marigolds? Maybe they're zinnias. Now I can't even remember. But some other seeds that I planted over there, nothing happened. I was actually really bummed when the gardener was here. There was a clump of, it was basically a weed, I think, but some of the orb weaver spiders were living in it. And, you know, there were like 5 of them in this big plant. And when I came out, there was a large one, but now there's only this little small one. I felt bad about having the spiders' home destroyed. Hopefully they hid, and maybe they'll come back. Not very attractive, but that's where all the cement block is from what I had on that patio. And eventually I'll use it for something, I'm sure. This area is definitely turning into a nice, intentional looking area. There's a monstera back here that was basically dying in the house. And I just thought, well, I'll just lean it against the container out here. And it's doing really well. The morning glory, on the other hand, not doing so well. There's more of that ginger that smells like honeysuckle. That's the ylang ylang tree, growing nicely. This is really just thriving. Definitely have my own little jungle back here. I didn't realize that this plant dies back and then just starts flowering in the rainy season. But it's really pretty, and then I have some of the white shell ginger in front of it. The sweet almond, there's definitely new growth, but I'm not sure if it's entirely happy at the moment. It might prefer drier soil. The bamboo, wow, look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's another new culm back there. Oh my gosh, and another one. So I think they are very happy. This whole dirt area is what I had filled in because I'm imagining that the bamboo is gonna grow, closer together in that space. And I'll just have some stones as a walkway to come into the yard. I'll show you from the other side. I think it's gonna look really pretty. But yeah, as you can see, there's, oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, 7. A lot of new culms coming in. So this is what I think will look really pretty, to have that bamboo, just grow in a little more. I'll probably prune it so it's not as thick, have it thicker on those sides, and then just a little bit more sparse as it gets toward the middle. And then, some stones here. I'm gonna have to do something to mitigate the water because it's basically like another pond that fills up in this area. But I think if you can see, like, there's this channel right there. I think if I just do another one over there, it'll solve the problem. So I think that is it for the June 2024 garden update. I love how tall the galangal is getting. And I'll see you next month. Thanks for watching and subscribing Let me know in the comments if you noticed anything different about the video.